the All-Star teams for the NBA have been announced. They've not been put into teams yet. That's still yet to happen. But still, we have who is going to be in the All-Star game. The starters were announced a while back, but the reserves were announced tonight. So we're going to talk about that. Obviously, Chris Paul. I'm an Oklahoma City Thunder fan, so Chris Paul. Let's go. We'll talk about him some more, but I'm going to go through the lineup after I say something real quick. But tomorrow night, I'm still looking at doing a maybe live stream for the Lakers game to see what they do pregame and that kind of stuff, reactions, that kind of thing. So look out for that. And then, yeah, let's just get into it. So looking at the Eastern Conference first, you got some new guys. You got some veterans, I guess. But some guy, Jimmy Butler, it's his 5th time in the All-Star game. Kyle Lowry, it's his 6th time in the All-Star game. Chris Middleton, his 2nd time in the All-Star game after having 50 the other night. Domantas Sabonis makes his first appearance in the All-Star game. Jason Tatum makes his first appearance in the All-Star game. Bam made the All-Star game for the first time in his career. Then Ben Simmons for the 2nd time in his career. Now, before we get on to snubs and stuff, let's go into the Western Conference, see what they're all about. In the Western Conference, for the first time in his career, Rudy Gobert. For the first time in his career, Brandon Ingram. First time in his career, Donovan Mitchell. 2nd time, Nikola Jokic makes the All-Star game. For the 5th time, Damian Lillard makes the All-Star game. For the 9th time, Russell Westbrook. And for the 10th time, Chris Paul. So snubs, potential snubs. I'm only going to list 2 because these are the top 2 that I've seen and I agree with. Devin Booker of the Phoenix Suns has had an outstanding season, averaging 27 points a game and I don't remember the other ones, but 27 points a game. He's having an outstanding season. Definitely, I believe he should be in there. But who would you put him in over, obviously? All these guys have had really impressive years. So it's difficult. It's a difficult decision for who makes it and who does it. People are like, why is Chris Paul in? Well, here's why Chris Paul's in. He's one of the most clutch freaking players in the league right now. He's making important shots when it matters. Oklahoma City's been had to have numerous big deficit comebacks, 20-plus points, and he's been leading some of those. He's had outstanding performances all season. He's been leading this new, completely rebuilt team, this new team to playoff contention. They're in the playoffs. They're contending for the 5 seed, believe it or not. And he has helped lead this team. He's helped some of the young guys like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander just grow up, and he's helped this team out a ton. Like, you guys don't understand it. So the numbers may not exactly show for it, but he is definitely showing for it, not just with numbers. He is having a good statistical year, but he's also having a good year when it comes to mentoring and helping lead a team to a playoff berth. Hopefully they can clinch that up. But obviously Chris Paul, I think he's averaging 19 points and 6 or 7 assists or something. But, yeah, as for the other guys, Rudy Gobert's had a great year. He's averaging a 15-15. I'm not even kidding. 15 points, 15 rebounds. That's pretty impressive for anyone. But Rudy Gobert, obviously, he's a great defensive player in the league. Sorry, Chris Paul's averaging 17 points and 7 assists, 5 rebounds, 6.5 assists. But if you round up to 7, you get my point. But Brandon Ingram having a career year. Donovan Mitchell having a great year. Damian Lillard, Russell Westbrook, Jokic. I don't need to talk about them. You already know. But moving on to the Eastern Conference snubs, potential snubs there. I'm going to look at Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal is the first player since 1985 to not make an All-Star game while averaging 28-plus points a game. That's not something you want to go down as. You don't want to be the first player since 1985 to average a bunch of points and not make the All-Star game. That is not what you want to go down as. But it'll be interesting to see if something happens to him at the trade deadline. Forgot that was a thing for a bit, but yeah, that'll be interesting to see. All-Star game is 2 weeks from Sunday, actually, but it'll be interesting. It'll be fun. And then they obviously made this new format, and it's in honor of Kobe. I like the idea. I like that you're trying to honor Kobe. All right? He's rest in peace, Kobe, but it's kind of a weird format. I don't know how to say it, but it's... So basically, it's whoever's leading the game. It's add 24 points to that at the end of the third quarter. And that's your goal. The first team to that point total wins. So if Team Giannis is beating Team LeBron 150 to 140 at the end of the third, then the first team to 174 wins because Team Giannis is at 150. Add 24 to that. That's what you go to. So the first 3 quarters are normal, and then the fourth quarter is untimed. First one to that number wins. So they would have to, the team leading going into the fourth would need 24 points, and the team that's behind needs, in my example, they would need 34 points to win. First team to that wins. Definitely something unique. Weird that we never seen before, but yeah, that's all. That's all I got.